How y'all doing? So, you're probably wondering, okay, you did week 3. What happened to week 4, Miss Dream? What happened to week 5? What happened to week 6? Let me tell you what happened. I had a full-on artist tantrum. As y'all guys know, in my previous video, I talked about how I had an argument with a guy and whatnot. And after that, I really just felt super low. I felt super low, and I started indulging in the things that I said I didn't want to make habits anymore. My habits being in relationships. It is a habit. It's not like, oh, I'm feeling insecure about myself or any of those things. I just realized I do seek a certain sense of outside gratification. And I wasn't seeing that in myself. And I also put myself to the side. I put my artist to the side. I treated that girl like a side hoe, unfortunately. I got into a love, I got into a relationship, some sort situationship with this guy. And I got in that, I went on a date on the day that I was supposed to have my check-in for week 4. And I shouldn't have done that because that ended up me falling behind. I fell behind on doing my check-in for week 4. Now listen, your girl did what she had to do that week. I did my assignments. I did my pages. I did what I needed to do. But what I didn't do was do my check-in. And I didn't follow my routine because I went out with this guy. Now, I cut shit off with that person yesterday because I'm realizing this person also fell short within themselves, and I can't have that around me. I can't have that type of energy around me for my growth, for my positivity. I was feeding and filling in somebody else's cup, they were telling me, man, you're, speaking words into me and inspiration and also motivating me to get up. But I wasn't, I was motivating myself to get up, trust and believe, but I was filling up somebody else's cup when I really should have been filling in my own. And I want to admit that. I'm going to take accountability for that. I lost my sense of integrity. I lost my sense of accountability for a moment. But I'm stepping back into my true self. I'm stepping back into my artistry. I'm stepping back into my artist way. And I'm getting right back into week 5. Did I fall back? Yes. But what's better? I got back up. And I'm doing what I need to do. What I know is that I just need to lock into myself and stay true to myself. I really wrote in my book. Let me read. I, Miss Dream, understand that I am undertaking an intensive, guided encounter with my own creativity. I commit myself to the 12-week duration of the course. I, Miss Dream, commit to weekly reading, daily morning pages, a weekly artist date, and the fulfillment of each week's task. I, Miss Dream, further understand that this course will raise issues and emotions for me to deal with. I, Miss Dream, commit myself to excellent self-care, adequate sleep, diet, exercise, and pampering for the duration of this course. And that is what I intend to do. I got to step back into my true self. I need to finish this notebook. I have only 15 pages in this book, and I have a new one already purchased and bought because I need to lock in. Let's talk about week 5. We're going to be recovering a sense of possibility. This week, I'm being asked to examine my payoffs in remaining stuck. I was stuck. I went back into the things that was familiar to me, but I'm not doing that no more. You will explore how you curtail your own possibilities by placing limits on the good you can receive. You will examine the cost of settling for appearing good instead of being authentic. You may find yourself thinking about radical changes, no longer ruling out your growth by making others the cause of your constriction. I want to get into this one piece of this book, or of this chapter, because as you can tell, I highlight and I write a lot of stuff. But this is the point and period of time where I felt like I was experiencing a moment of synchronicity, and I felt like my God was talking to me. My good orderly direction was talking to me. This is the virtue trap. An artist must have downtime, time to do nothing. Defending our right to such time takes courage, conviction, and resilience. Such time, space, and quiet will strike our family and friends as a withdrawal from them. It is. For an artist, withdrawal is necessary. Without it, the artist in us feels vexed, angry, out of sorts. If such deprivation continues, our artists become sullen, depressed, hostile. We eventually become like cornered animals, snarling at our family and friends to leave us alone and stop making unreasonable demands. We are the ones making unreasonable demands. We expect our artists to be able to function without what it needs to do so. An artist requires the upkeep of creative solitude. An artist requires the healing of time alone. Without this period of recharging, our artist becomes depleted. Over time, it becomes something worse than out of sorts. Death threats are issued. I wanted to read that point because this past Saturday, I was reading this book and I was listening to Doechie's album, Alligator Bites Never Heal. And in this very moment that I was reading this part, the second part of Bloom came up. And in Bloom, in the song Bloom, Doechii in the beginning is talking to her therapist about how she feels like she never has any time for herself. Like, oh, I'm making sure that I had time for my sister, make sure and I had time for my mom, making sure that I pay my bills and all these different things. And I feel like I never have enough time. And her therapist stops her and pretty much says, no, you're going to do what you can do in that 24 hours that God gave you. And you're going to be satisfied with that and go to bed and start the next day saying, what can I accomplish today, and keep it pushing. And I think that was my God talking to me. Doechii said in one of her songs, and I wrote it down in my journal. Wow! God works in mysterious ways. It's the way that I opened straight to the page. Doechii said, God is literally showing me what is possible for me through somebody else. Someone else receiving a gift is not one taken away from you. And the last thing that she said is that when you compromise your vision, it sets a tone for where you allow someone to talk. It sets a tone where you allow someone to talk you out of something. I wanted to say that because listening to Doechii's therapist, listening to Doechii's music, listening to her come into her being, into who she is, and allowing herself to give herself grace, I felt like God was showing me that through her. Allowing me to say, hey, I need time to rest. I need time to bloom. I need time to, reflect. I need time alone. I need time to be able to stop making unreasonable demands to myself. Right now, I was putting my energy in so many other people. I was filling other people's cups because they were depressed and they weren't feeling well and they were feeling low. And I wasn't putting that energy towards me enough. I wasn't doing that for me. In this book, it also says, where is it? Virtuous to a fault, these trapped creatives have destroyed the true self, the self that didn't meet with much approval as a child. This self who heard repeatedly, don't be selfish. The true self is a disturbed character, healthy and occasionally I don't know how to say this word. I am not above not knowing a word, so I'm going to look this up. Don't come for me. People can be. I did. Okay, wait, hold on. Pronunciation. Oh my God, it's going to take forever. Please don't do this to me. Okay. Anarchistic. I think that's how you say it. Let me reread that sentence. The true self is a disturbing character, healthy and occasionally anarchistic, who knows how to play, how to say no to others and yes to itself. Creatives who are caught in the virtue trap still cannot let themselves approve of this true self. They can't show it to the world without dreading They cannot show it to the world without dreading the world's continued disapproval. Can you believe it? Fred used to be such a nice guy, always ready to help me out anytime, any place. I asked him to help me move last week, and he said he was going to a play. When did Fred get so cultured, I ask you? Fred knows full and well that if he stopped being so nice, fabulous Fred, his outside nice guy alter ego will bite the dust. I'm not the nice, cool Miss Dream no more. I'm not. I am nice. I am kind. But I also need to fill into myself. I need to be able to say no. I need to be able to say I felt disrespected. I need to be able to say I'm not taking this. I'm not compromising myself so that somebody else can feel good about being loved. I can't compromise myself so that we can continue doing something that doesn't sit right with my soul. I'm not going to do that. And if somebody has an issue with that, take it up with him above, not with me. Take it with him above, not me. You listen to that guy. You go and talk with him because you're not going to talk to me because me and my guy, we cool. We chilling. He right here with me. Don't you see him? So I'm putting down the people pleasing. I'm letting myself get into the point where I need to be cool with myself. I need to be cool with myself. I'm not gonna cry. Y'all know me. You know I cry. And week 1, I damn near cried. Week 2, I did cry. Week 3, I was about to cry because I was angry. Week 4 and 5, y'all, I'm still angry. I'm still upset. But I need to allow myself to say, hey, it's possible for me to receive when I know I deserve. It is possible for me to be able to say that I shouldn't be self-destructive. I don't want to appear like I know that I am being self-destructive. I went in and I got into a situationship with somebody knowing that damn well I said I didn't want to go into a relationship because it is Venus retrograde. This is not a time to even be in a relationship to begin with. But I still did it anyways. I went against myself. I'm going to be honest. I went against myself. I went back into my habits. And now my artist inside me doesn't trust me. Why would I show myself right now when I can't even trust that you can do what the fuck you need to do for yourself? And I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And usually when people say I'm sorry, that means they'll never do it again. I won't do that again to you, Miss Dream. I won't do that to you again. I can't afford it. I was self-destructive. I was sabotaging my artist. And that I won't do that again. I got back into writing my morning pages. I wrote my morning pages the other day. I wrote 6 pages. They told me to write 3. I said, bitch, double it. Because we gonna need it today. We said, bitch, double it. I can't be in a relationship. I know that's the one thing I literally said in week 1. That is my habit. Getting gratification and love from a man. No, I can't do it. So moving forward, you will see check-in for week 5 on Friday as scheduled. I will be doing my assignments. And I'm holding myself accountable to it. I need time alone from friends, from family, from relationships. I can't get it from work, But I know that I'm going to go to work and I'm going to do that shit and I'm going to get it done. And I'm going to go home and I'm going to enjoy my time in my room. I'm going to play my guitar. I'm going to play my bass guitar. I'm going to DJ. I'm going to write music. I'm going to paint. I'm going to watch TikToks. I'm going to read a book. I'm going to do all the things that I say that I enjoy doing and take my ass on an artist date. I did do my artist days though. These 3 weeks, I did do my artist date. I went to the mall and I got myself skincare stuff, makeup, clothing, all these things that my artist said inside, girl, you need this. I took all the clothes out of my dresser that I haven't worn in months, even years. And I said, I'm donating that because somebody else is going to wear that. Somebody else is going to need that. Somebody else is going to want to recycle that, upcycle it, do whatever they need to do with that because I don't need it anymore. It doesn't bring me joy. It doesn't bring me joy. So I was self-destructive. Now I'm working towards how can I recover? I remember in the previous chapter, they said that anger is not supposed to be acted out. It is supposed to be a roadmap for you. And that's what exactly it is. I was upset. I was angry. I was mad. I was mad at myself. I was mad at the people around me. I was mad at I was irritated as hell. But one thing Pharrell said, and I kept repeating this message kept coming to my brain all these past 2 weeks. The truth will set you free, but first it will piss you off. The truth will set you free, but first it will piss you off. The truth is I was self-destructive. Pissed me off. I was mad at myself. But now I'm working towards how to get out of that self-destructiveness. All right. See y'all on Friday. Love you guys. Love myself. I love you, Miss Dream.